At some point in life, have you ever stopped to ask yourself, who are the people around me? Are they here out of love and sincerity, or for reasons I might not fully understand? After all the ups and downs, joys, losses, and silent pains you've endured, perhaps the one thing we all long for at this stage is peace, true peace, free from the burdens of draining relationships or hidden agendas. Have you ever felt that? Despite living a long life filled with experiences, there are still people who leave you feeling exhausted and emotionally drained? Maybe it's time to pause and ask yourself, are these people truly adding value to my life? Or are they just a quiet weight on my mind and heart? Are the relationships you hold on to bringing you lightness and ease? Or are they simply a source of constant stress and discomfort? We all deserve to live the rest of our lives in an atmosphere of respect, love, and gratitude. So why hold on to relationships that no longer bring those things into your life? In this video, I'll share with you 10 clear signs that it may be time to let go, even if it involves close family or longtime friends. Let's take a deep look into our hearts and ask ourselves, how many of the people around me truly deserve to stay? Watch until the end to reflect on your relationships and make the choices that are right for you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. This could be the first step toward building a life filled with peace and meaning. First, avoid those who don't support you in difficult times. At this age, we've been through so many storms in life. Tough moments are no stranger to us. But what often surprises us isn't the challenge itself, it's how those around us react when we need them most. Have you ever felt lonely, even when surrounded by people you've known for decades? That's a clear sign of a lack of support, a key indicator that the relationship no longer holds value. People who truly care will never abandon you when life gets tough. They don't have to make grand gestures or sacrifice a lot. They just need to listen, show empathy, and be there when you feel vulnerable. If you find that, during hard times, the ones you call friends or family distance themselves, make excuses, or ignore your pain, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. Some people are only around when life is going smoothly, when everything is good, but in the dark moments, they disappear like they were never there. These are fair weather friends. They show up when life is sunny and easy, but as soon as the storm clouds roll in, they vanish. A relationship like that can't last long, and more importantly, it brings no real value to your life. Life isn't all sunshine, and those who are truly worthy of being by your side will weather the storms with you. If you find yourself always being the one to offer support and encouragement, but when it's your turn to need it, no one is there, it's time to reconsider. A relationship can only survive if both sides care for and support each other. Don't deceive yourself into thinking everything is fine. Support is fundamental to any relationship. Spend your time with those who genuinely care and are willing to walk with you through life's toughest moments. Second, avoid people who don't respect your feelings. At this stage of life, your emotions have become sharper and more refined. You understand yourself better, and you know that respect for feelings is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. Yet, there are people who ignore or even dismiss your emotions. They don't listen, don't care, or simply don't value what you feel. When you share your heart, they brush it off or laugh, as if it doesn't matter. And you may find yourself wondering, am I losing myself in this relationship? Your feelings are real, and they deserve to be heard and respected. Someone who doesn't honor your emotions not only hurts you, but also leaves you feeling unacknowledged. They might think your worries, sadness, or even your joy are unimportant. They never listen with sincerity, and you always feel abandoned in a relationship you've invested so much in. In difficult times, instead of receiving empathy, you may be met with thoughtless remarks like, "Don't overthink it," or "It's not a big deal. Why worry?" These words, though seemingly harmless, can sting deeply because they disregard your true emotions. A healthy relationship is one where both sides listen and value each other's feelings, whether it's joy or sorrow. If you notice that whenever you open up, the other person brushes it off or shows disinterest, it's a sign that the relationship is no longer balanced. You don't have to maintain relationships with those who don't value you. Your feelings are just as important as anyone else's. Seek out people who listen and genuinely care about what you're going through. Surround yourself with relationships where you feel loved and respected, because at this age, you deserve to live in understanding and compassion. Third, avoid those who don't make time for you. Time is the most precious gift we can give each other, especially as we reach the later stages of life. As the years go by, you realize there aren't many opportunities left to be with the ones you love, to share joys, sorrows, or even just quiet moments together. But some people, no matter how much you want to see them or talk to them, always seem too busy. They always find reasons not to make time for you. And it makes you wonder, am I really important to them? A true friend or loved one knows how to make time to see you and keep the relationship alive. They don't have to spend every moment with you, but they will make an effort to show that you are an important part of their life. On the other hand, people who never have time for you, who are always too busy or ignore invitations, are gradually letting the relationship fade and grow cold. A relationship can't survive without connection and time spent together. When someone doesn't make time for you, it's a sign they no longer value the relationship. They may say they're busy, but if they truly cared, they would find a way to spend time with you. Time is how we show love, care, and appreciation for one another. If they're not willing to give you their time, it might be time to reconsider the relationship. Think about the times you've looked forward to seeing someone, only to be met with silence or rejection. Have you felt disappointed, lonely, or even sad because the people you trusted weren't there when you needed them most? At this age, it's important to spend time with those who truly value and respect you, rather than chasing after distant relationships. Remember, you deserve relationships where both sides make time for each other. A relationship can't be built on words alone. It needs to be nurtured by presence, by the moments when we truly spend time together. If someone can't make time for you, don't be afraid to slowly let that relationship go. Your time is precious. Give it to those who truly deserve it, the ones who want to be present in your life. Fourth, avoid people who constantly argue and force you to pick sides. There are some people who can't seem to go a day without stirring up a fight. They thrive on conflict, always finding ways to create drama. And worse, they drag you into it, forcing you to choose a side. At this age, you're probably tired of meaningless arguments and being pulled into conflicts that aren't yours. Yet, you still find yourself caught between people who turn every conversation into a battle, leaving you feeling stuck in the middle. You've likely encountered friends or family members who, whenever they have a conflict with someone, immediately pull you in, demanding that you take their side. If you don't, they start criticizing, blaming, or even hurting you with their words. This not only creates stress, but also strips you of your freedom within the relationship. You're no longer allowed to be yourself. Instead, you become a pawn in their arguments. Arguments are inevitable in life, but a wise person knows how to remain calm and not let petty disputes ruin a relationship. People who constantly cause conflict and pull you into their drama don't respect your peace. A relationship becomes unhealthy when you're constantly pressured to pick sides, forced to align with someone at the cost of losing yourself. Think about the times you felt the weight of being forced into other people's arguments. Have you ever felt drained and exhausted from getting involved in conflicts that weren't yours? True friends won't demand you take sides or force you into their disputes. Instead, they will respect your perspective and understand that relationships shouldn't be damaged by unnecessary arguments. In a healthy relationship, both parties know how to resolve conflicts peacefully without letting trivial disputes affect the friendship or family bond. If you're dealing with people who frequently argue and force you to take sides, it may be time to reconsider that relationship. Surround yourself with people who respect your peace and independence because, at this age, you deserve to live with harmony, not endless arguments. Fifth, avoid people who make you feel drained. At this stage of life, what we value most isn't noisy gatherings or complicated social relationships, but peace and the quiet moments that bring joy. Yet, have you ever felt that even though you're around people who were once close, their presence now only leaves you feeling tired? That's a clear sign that the relationship may no longer be right for you. Some people you meet initially bring joy, but over time, after many interactions, You realize they no longer make you as happy as they once did. Instead, every time you see them, you feel exhausted, your spirit drops, and you constantly have to put on a brave face to keep things from falling apart. This weariness isn't because you don't care for them anymore, but simply because both of you have changed over time. As we age, our lives often take different paths. Maybe in the past, you and this person had a lot in common, but now, those shared experiences no longer connect you. Instead of conversations that bring joy and comfort, they now cause stress and pressure. The people who once brought you happiness have become a burden on your mind. One important realization is that relationships aren't always meant to last forever. Some people walk with you for a long time, but eventually, there comes a point when you both must walk your own paths. Relationships are a two-way street, and if you feel drained, it's likely the other person feels the same way. The silence and growing distance could be signs that you're no longer in sync. What you need at this age are relationships that uplift and support you, not ones that drain your energy. Don't be afraid to gradually distance yourself from people who make you feel tired, because life is too short to hold on to things that no longer fit. Spend your time with those who bring lightness and ease, with people you truly want to be around and share the remaining years of your life with. Sixth, avoid people who push their religious or political views on you. Religion and politics are personal and sensitive topics where everyone has the right to hold their own beliefs and opinions. As we age, inner peace and harmonious relationships become incredibly valuable. Yet, there are people, friends or family, who constantly try to impose their religious or political beliefs on you. They don't just want to share their views, they want you to agree with them, or even follow them, which only adds stress and frustration to your life. You've probably experienced conversations where someone tried to convince you to change your religious or political stance. These individuals cannot accept differences, and rather than respecting mutual viewpoints, they want you to fully align with their beliefs. When this happens, every encounter with them turns into a tense debate, making you feel pressured and controlled. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, especially for differences in beliefs. If someone can't accept your personal views and keeps trying to change them, it's a sign of an unhealthy relationship. No one has the right to force you to believe in something you don't, and no one should make you feel guilty for holding your own convictions. Forcing beliefs not only creates tension, but also destroys your inner peace. At this age, you shouldn't have to engage in endless debates. What you need are relationships grounded in understanding and empathy, where everyone has the freedom to maintain their own beliefs without being pressured to change. Surround yourself with people who listen and respect your views instead of trying to change them. Everyone has their own path to inner peace, and no one can force you to walk theirs. If you find yourself having to choose between your peace of mind and pleasing others in matters of religion or politics, it may be time to reevaluate that relationship. Seventh, avoid people who don't keep their promises. In life, promises are not just fleeting words. They are expressions of commitment and mutual respect. As we age, the value of a promise becomes even more important, as each commitment is a testament to trust between people. Yet, some friends or family members don't take promises seriously. They make promises easily but forget or fail to follow through, leaving you disappointed time and again. A broken promise can sometimes be forgiven if the reason was truly beyond control, but if it happens frequently, it shows a lack of respect for you. People who repeatedly break their promises or even forget they made them are slowly eroding trust in the relationship. And a relationship without trust is like a house without a strong foundation. It can collapse at any moment. When someone doesn't honor their promises, they also show that they don't respect your feelings or expectations. Each unkept promise makes you feel like you're not worth the effort it takes to follow through on a commitment. You may have invested time, energy, and emotions into waiting for them, only to be met with disappointment and frustration. At this age, your time and energy are more precious than ever. You don't need to wait around for empty promises or waste time on people who don't value commitment. Someone who truly respects you will never take their promises lightly. They understand that keeping their word is a way to show care and respect in a relationship. If someone continually fails to fulfill their promises, ask yourself, Do they really value this relationship? A healthy relationship cannot survive without honesty and trust. Spend your time with those who keep their word, who understand the value of a promise, and who know that once they make a commitment, it's their responsibility to follow through. If you're dealing with people who never take their promises seriously, don't hesitate to step away from that relationship. You deserve respect, and that begins with promises that are kept. Eighth, avoid people who constantly talk about the same worries. Life isn't always smooth, and everyone has moments when they need to share their worries and anxieties. But there are some people for whom every conversation revolves around the same old fears and unresolved problems. They keep bringing up the same worries, not to seek help or solutions, but to dump their negative emotions onto others. You might find yourself trapped in a loop of pointless conversations, with your energy slowly drained by stories that never change. Sometimes, you need to stop and ask yourself, am I really helping them? Or am I just becoming a recipient of their endless negative emotions? When someone keeps circling the same issue without trying to find a solution, they not only exhaust you but also stagnate their own life. Instead of moving forward, they drown in their worries and pull you down with them. True friends listen to each other but also know when to offer advice and work together to find solutions. If someone only complains without any intention of improving, it might be time to create some distance. A healthy relationship shouldn't just be a place to unload worries, but a space where you help each other overcome life's challenges. Seek out people who balance sharing with action, because life is too short to be stuck in constant anxiety. Ninth, avoid people who excessively brag. Bragging is often a sign of insecurity. Some people can't stop talking about their achievements, as if their value depends on constantly reminding others of their success. They not only want you to listen, but they also expect admiration and praise. The truth is, the more someone brags, the more insecure they often feel inside. You'll notice that when they boast about their past or accomplishments, it doesn't truly make them happy, it just makes the conversation dull and one-sided. When you encounter someone who only talks about themselves, it can leave you feeling small or inadequate. They turn the conversation into a stage for themselves, with little to no interest in you. Stories about their past achievements, while impressive at first, quickly become repetitive and make them seem lonely and less engaging. Truly happy people don't need to brag about what they have because they are confident in their inner peace. They know their worth and don't need others' validation. Instead, they focus on the present and enjoy what they have. Stay away from those who brag excessively, as their lives revolve around the past and self-satisfaction. They don't bring anything positive into your life. And if you continue to stay close to them, you'll end up feeling overlooked in a one-sided conversation. Spend time with humble people, those who appreciate the present and don't need to flaunt their accomplishments to feel good about themselves. At this age, humility and understanding are what truly matter, and those are the qualities you should seek in your friends. 10th, avoid people who take advantage of your kindness. Kindness is one of the greatest values we can offer others. At this age, you've likely been through so much in life, and your kindness has probably expanded as a way to share and help those around you. But sometimes, your kindness can be exploited by people who become overly dependent. They don't just seek your help temporarily, they turn your assistance into an expectation, creating an unhealthy dependency. You may have encountered people who always need your help, from minor tasks to larger issues. Initially, you might have been happy to help, but over time, you notice that they have no intention of becoming independent or solving their problems on their own. They rely on you because they know you won't say no. And each time you help, they grow more dependent. This not only drains you mentally, but also disrupts the balance in the relationship. A healthy relationship is built on mutual independence and support, not one where one person gives and the other only takes. People who take advantage of your kindness not only burden you with responsibility, but also prevent themselves from growing and becoming independent. When your help turns into dependency, it's time to reconsider that relationship. You have the right to say no when you feel your kindness is being taken advantage of, and doing so doesn't make you a bad person. In fact, setting boundaries in a relationship is how you protect your kindness from being exploited. A true friend will never make you feel pressured by your own kindness. They will appreciate your help, but also understand the importance of solving their own problems and being self-reliant. Avoid those who always depend on you without any intention of becoming independent. Relationships should have balance, with both parties contributing and growing together, not one dragging the other along. At this age, you deserve relationships where both sides offer mutual support, not ones where you are constantly taken advantage of. Life is too short to waste time and energy on relationships that don't bring value, joy, or peace. Toxic relationships don't just hurt you mentally. They drain your energy and take away your sense of peace. Sometimes, letting go of those who no longer fit in your life is the best way to protect your mental health and rediscover true happiness. In Buddhist scripture, there is a famous story between King Milinda and the wise Buddhist monk, Nagasena. During their dialogue, King Milinda asked Nagasena why Buddhism emphasizes letting go of relationships and attachments. Nagasena responded with a metaphor about a man bound by a rope. Nagasena asked King Milinda, "Your Majesty, if someone were tied up with a rope, how would they feel?" King Milinda replied, "They would feel distressed and want to be freed." Nagasena continued, "And if the rope were untied, how would they feel?" King Milinda answered, "They would feel relieved and free." Nagasena explained that toxic relationships, like the rope, bind us to suffering and tension. When we let go of these relationships, just like releasing the rope, we feel lighter and free from unnecessary pain. Letting go doesn't mean giving up love. It's about seeking freedom and peace in your heart, freeing yourself from harmful attachments. Only when we dare to untie that rope can we truly move forward with ease, focusing on better relationships and the good things in life. As Buddha teaches, letting go isn't about rejection, it's about finding true happiness. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We truly appreciate your support and would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest content. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends and family to spread the value to more people. See you in the next video.